This is another entry in my stuff I own, and this one is, I think, obvious to just about anybody, Aquaman, and this is the classic Aquaman. Mezco also made the Batman for the Justice League movie, but I really wasn't a fan of the new outfit. It was certainly, I guess, more visually impressive, but I like the classic one, which is basically a whole bunch of green, a whole bunch of orange, and some gold. And so this is the Aquaman. And this crown here is held on by magnets. So there's a magnet in his head, and then there's a magnet right there. And for my other channel, I have mentioned many times that I'm a huge fan of magnets. I love the usage of magnets in figures. And this is a really, really good facial sculpt. Look at that. For a 6-inch figure, if you have ever seen other figures from other figure makers who make comic book figures, this is light years ahead of most of the other ones, particularly the less expensive ones. And so one of the things to note, as I have showed in the past, is that this is a plastic figure with a cloth outfit. This is a very stretchy outfit, so you could see how tight it is on him. And that is hard to do. You know, it's kind of bunching up under here, but man, I mean, that's impressive. And look at how tight it is against his thighs. And so you can see that it can bend. Everything's bendable. Now, I would compare this to, say, the Mego figures from the 1970s. And Mego had a classic Aquaman. And when I say classic, I mean the outfit was very floppy and the gloves were like oven mitts. So now this is cheating a little bit in the sense that the hands are not gloves. They are just plastic hands on there. So yeah, Mego was going a little bit further with the gloves, but they definitely look like oven mitts. The idea of having gloves on this figure would be a dream, but certainly not reality. The belt here is a separate piece, and then he's got the fins here, and they're quite pointy. These are definitely not figures that are intended for children. These are adult figures meant for display, not for playing with, unless you've got a ton of money and you don't mind a child playing and almost assuredly damaging an $80 figure. These are expensive, but they are there for appearances. And again, I pose my figures in neutral stance because if I did something like this and kept it like that, it would create a permanent crease in there. But it has beautiful, beautiful texturing on it. And you can even see how it kind of glistens like that. It's just wonderful the way it does that. This is, and the figure came with a lot of different extras that are in the box, including a trident and some other things. But I really like this. And for this, as opposed to just an all plastic figure, none of the joints show because it's wearing a costume, which I think is really, really cool. You could see the joint in his neck. You could see the joint in the ankle and in the wrist, but none of the joints in the shoulders or the elbows or the knees or the hips are exposed. So that's why I love the figures. And it's not for everyone. I know, and I don't think too many people watching this who enjoy my channel are into figures. But for people who are into figures, some just want all plastic, and I don't blame them. But there are a lot of fans of Mezco and the authenticity of these figures with actual cloth costumes. So that is the classic Aquaman from Mezco.